How's it going, guys? YomiTosh here. I'm back with another Jailbreak Wednesday, and I've got more tweaks to show you today. So the first one right off the bat is called BetterReachability, and this basically allows you to disable rotation lock when you're in a video, so you don't have to go into your control center to go disable it. It automatically disables itself, but it only seems to work like in the native like iOS video viewer, so such as the one you'd find in Safari when you're playing YouTube videos on Safari, or rather in Safari, so such as this video I'm playing here. And yeah, but it does come in handy, and it's a pretty nice tweak just to keep living on your phone, even if you might not particularly use that video player every time. And the next one is called Stratosphere, and it's the reason why my dock is up here rather than the regular location down here. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It makes it look slightly different to what you're usually used to, and with a small phone I can see this being not too bad, because with the small phone I can easily reach the top of the phone, but with a bigger phone you probably want your essentials down there, so you don't want to have to stretch all the way up to reach your essential apps. So yeah, that's Stratosphere. The next one is called Bottom Banner X2, and this basically shows you your notifications in the opposite direction to Stratosphere, more or less, so your notifications come up from below rather than from on top. And it's pretty hard to catch, so you might have caught a glimpse of that. I'll leave a screenshot in the corner just so you guys can see, can have a better picture of what it looks like. But your notifications come from the bottom. I don't quite know why it doesn't stay, because it just kind of like flashes for a bit and goes away, but hopefully that gets sorted out soon, or it might even be working on your device, so make sure you check it out. And the next tweak is called If Connected, and If Connected basically turns off low power mode when you have your device connected to a particular Wi-Fi network, or if you have it plugged or unplugged, which is really cool. So the smart low power mode, which I believe I reviewed like 2 weeks back, could do a similar thing with like being plugged and unplugged, but I don't believe it did it with Wi-Fi connected and unconnected. So yeah, if you're keen on having low power mode turn off when you enter a particular Wi-Fi zone, you can definitely check this tweak out. And the next one is called Chroma Home Bar X, and I've reviewed this one before in the last generation of Jailbreak, so it was 11, and it basically gives you like this chroma, or rather Razer chroma looking home bar, so it changes or cycles through like RGB colors, and it looks pretty neat. So the next trick is called BetterReachability, and with BetterReachability I'll just demonstrate this in Cydia. It basically allows you to change what reachability usually does. So on a regular basis, reachability only brings down the length of your screen, and it's going to take me a few tries, but I'll eventually get it and I'll cut to it. There we go. It took me a couple of tries just to get this to work, but yeah, it allows you to basically shrink your screen and make it a slightly better reachability than the regular one, because you can still use the whole screen rather than just being a portion that ends up just going back to the top. So it kind of looks like the Android reachability, and it looks pretty cool. So if you're maybe using a Plus phone, maybe even the 8 Plus or the 10s Max, hopefully soon when Jailbreak comes out for that, you'll be able to do something like this, which is pretty cool. And the next one is Untrusted Host Blocker, and this one is a pretty old tweak, but it does support iOS 12, and basically removes ads on your device. So it doesn't quite work everywhere, so for that you might need to get an app called AdGuard, which I got not too long ago, and it works pretty well in Safari. But Untrusted Host Blocker works well in like games app, so you don't see like banners of ads, so that is really cool for UHB. The next one is called Neptune for iPhone, and it's similar to home gesture or fluidity, and it basically allows you to do the regular gestures like you find on the iPhone 10 or the older iPhones, but then it comes with a few other tips and tweaks or quirks and features, such as having picture-in-picture in Safari, the video player in Safari, which is really cool. So you just hit there and you can go into picture-in-picture, which is really cool, to be fair. And I have pause on mute, that's why my video paused when I turned my volume all the way down to 0, which is really cool as well. So if you need something like that, definitely check that out. And the last trick for today is TapVideoConfig. So if you're in the camera app and you don't want to have to go into settings just to change your video settings. So right here you can just click on the button in the corner and you get access to changing your resolution and frame rate to the numerous options you have on your iPhone. And it's really cool because, like I said before, you don't have to go into settings and go and find camera just to change your video resolution and started recording mistakenly there. And yeah, that's it for the tweaks for this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Not as many tweaks as last week. I'll definitely try to flush it up more next week, but yeah, stay tuned for more Jailbreak Wednesdays. YomiTosh here, signing out.